I let a homeless boy into my house. He ended up sleeping with my wife. I never could have known that opening that door would ruin my whole life. It was late, about 11 p.m., and the storm outside had been raging for hours. My wife was upstairs getting ready for bed, and I was just about to turn off the lights when I heard the knock. It was soft at first, almost hesitant. But then it came again, louder this time, as if whoever was out there was desperate. I opened the door, and there he was. A kid, no more than 17, maybe 18, soaked to the bone, shivering from the cold. His hair was plastered to his face, his clothes dripping water onto the porch. "Please," he said, his voice barely audible over the storm. "I don't have anywhere to go." I could feel the hesitation rise in my chest. You hear stories about this sort of thing all the time. People letting strangers in, only to regret it later. But something about the way he looked, so pitiful, so lost, made me push those thoughts aside. "Come in," I said, stepping back to let him inside. "You can sleep on the couch tonight. Warm up." He nodded gratefully and stepped past me, his shoes squelching on the hardwood floor. I showed him to the living room, grabbed him a towel, and told him to make himself comfortable. He thanked me again, eyes wide with something like relief, and sank into the couch. I figured that was the end of it. I went back to the kitchen, poured myself a drink, and stood there for a minute, trying to shake off the nagging feeling in the back of my mind that something about this situation wasn't right. But it was late, and I was tired. I told myself it was just my paranoia talking. After all, he was just a kid. What could go wrong? My wife, Emma, came downstairs a little while later, dressed in her usual pajama shorts and a loose t-shirt. Her hair was damp from her shower, and she looked surprised to see someone else in the house. "Who's that?" she asked, glancing toward the living room where the boy was curled up under a blanket. "Just some kid," I replied, taking another sip of my drink. "Caught in the storm. I told him he could crash here for the night." Emma looked at me for a moment, her expression unreadable. Then she nodded, shrugged, and headed back upstairs without another word. I stayed up for a while longer, finishing my drink and half watching the TV in the background. I could hear the rain still pounding against the windows, the storm showing no sign of letting up. It was just after midnight when I decided to head to bed. As I passed by the living room, I noticed the boy wasn't there anymore. I felt a strange, tight knot form in my gut. Maybe he'd gone to the bathroom or something, I thought. But as I climbed the stairs, that unease grew stronger. I stopped at the top of the stairs, staring down the hallway toward the bedroom. The door was closed. A cold chill crept over me as I reached for the handle and turned it, pushing the door open quietly. The room was dim, lit only by the soft glow of the bedside lamp. My wife was lying in bed, facing away from me, the covers pulled up around her shoulders. But there was something off. The sheets were wrinkled, like someone had just been moving around. My heart pounded in my chest as I stepped closer. I didn't want to believe what was happening, but my gut twisted with a certainty I couldn't ignore. I reached out, hesitating for a second, before pulling back the covers just a little. There, lying beside her, was the boy. He was shirtless, his back turned to me, and Emma was facing him, her breathing slow and steady like she'd just fallen asleep. I froze. A million thoughts rushed through my mind, none of them making sense. How had this happened? How could she? How could he? I had just let him into our house, into our lives, an act of kindness that now felt like a joke, a betrayal. And my wife, who I trusted with everything, was lying in our bed with a stranger. I backed out of the room, my pulse racing, and shut the door quietly behind me. I couldn't stay there, not with them like that, not with my mind spinning out of control. I went downstairs, trying to collect myself, trying to figure out what to do next. It felt like hours passed before I heard footsteps on the stairs. I sat in the dark, staring at the front door, listening to them come down slowly. The boy appeared in the hallway, his shirt now back on, his expression calm, like nothing was out of the ordinary. He looked at me, and for a split second I swear he smirked. He knew exactly what he had done. "I'm leaving now," he said quietly, as if he were doing me a favor. I didn't say a word. I just watched him as he walked to the door, opened it, and disappeared into the night. After he was gone, I sat there stunned, my mind trying to process everything. Emma came down not long after, acting like nothing had happened. She didn't say anything,